Hey folks, Simon here with your Tao Daily for Friday, the 4th of April 2025 market close. What a week. Look at the S&P 500 here, down 5% on Thursday, down 6% on Friday. This is only the fourth time since 1952 where the S&P has lost 10% or more in two consecutive sessions. The prior instances were October 1987 during the 87 stock market crash, November 2008 in the aftermath of the Lehman bankruptcy during the global financial crisis, and March 2020 during the COVID panic. So the sell-off is of historic proportions. This fear absolutely grips the market. We had a strong jobs report on Friday, completely ignored. All right, and good news, good economic data is going to be ignored. If there was some sort of climb down or step back on the tariffs, I think that would be appealing. But economic data here is not going to have much of an impact. But what's got my eye here is the fact that we are statistically oversold. All right, the S&P is more than 4 standard deviations below its mean. That's a very rare occurrence. I think we are nearing a tradable bounce. Now, the other thing that's happened is volatility has surged. You can see the VIX here at 45. And what happened on Friday is that we saw record levels of put buying. All right, so everybody has kind of wet the bed. Everybody's running out and buying housing insurance after their house has caught fire. Now, these puts are really expensive, and if volatility gets crushed next week, if the VIX, if this is it, if this is the spike in the VIX and we do subside, those puts are going to start to lose value very quickly. When a market maker sells puts to a put buyer, they have to short stock, all right, to delta hedge their position. Now, if those puts lose value, if they lose delta, market makers then have to start buying stock to maintain their hedge ratio. And that buying in and of itself could be enough to generate a counter trend bounce. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see a bounce back up to the 540 area next week. It's not going to be necessarily easy to play that bounce because volatility is really, really high. If you are looking to do anything in this sort of market, you want to be a seller of volatility, not a buyer of it. Now, I would also caution that markets rarely bottom on a Friday. Okay, so we may not necessarily get a bounce on Monday. I wouldn't surprise me if Monday opens weak and we get some early selling. Whether we get a turnaround during the session on Monday remains to be seen. But Tuesday has the tagline, Turnaround Tuesday, for a reason. But I really think the news flow here needs to get incrementally worse for put options to justify their current valuations. That's what I got for you today, folks. I hope it helps. I wish you a great weekend, and I'll catch you next week.